How to scale a clothing brand with Facebook ads. Let me tell you everything that I've done to 5x my brand in the last year. And honestly, we did 200K last January. We did 1 million the first week of this year. Let's get to it. Part number one here is we got to understand why Facebook ads work. Well, Facebook has a user base in the billions. And even in the States, the average user has an account on Facebook now for over a decade. No other platform provides you that leverageable amount of data, nor is the tech nearly as strong. And that information that Facebook has isn't just what you've done on the platform, isn't just everything that you've said to everybody in Messenger, isn't just all the videos that you've watched, everything that you've liked, everything that you've commented on, everything that you've shared, all the groups you've been in, and all the pages you've liked. It also knows where you've been because it's on your phone. And also know a lot of your credit card and tax information. That's an unfair advantage to the greatest intent creation device that allows you to buy attention known to man. One of the things we have to understand here is that we are only using broad targeting. Age, gender, and location. Remember, ads make their own audiences. I cannot stress this enough. If you want to use an interest group of people that might be interested in some competitor brands and all those other things, understand, and this is backed by repeated collegiate case studies like this one, show that over a third of the people in your Facebook targeting audience are there by mistake. Not only that, sometimes up to and even more than half of the people in that interest group are there because they don't like something. You're far more likely to talk about a really bad experience than a moderately good one. And being in an interest group has no correlation to you having any intent to ever make a purchase. And being in an interest group has no correlation to you having any intent to want to buy something just because you talk about it. We can also look at lookalike audiences based on the data that Facebook has. Do you feel legitimately confident in the quality of data that Facebook is seeing, especially after iOS 14? Do you think that the buyer data that you have to make an audience of a couple million people based off of the couple hundred or thousand purchases you have is a lot better than Facebook's ability to show your content to the people that most want to see it? Do you think it's more important for you to force your ads onto people that you want to see them, or to take accountability into monetizing the attention that you've bought? Remember, on Facebook, we're not buying results. We're buying attention. The next part of this that we really get into is trying to raise the LTV of your customer. Remember, you are buying profitable customer journeys. If you only sell a product to one person every time, that's not a brand, that's a product. The way to grow a business is to acquire future cash flow at a profit. The best way to do this is to improve your second purchase rate. How often when somebody buys one product are they likely to buy a second? Can you make that better? Can you say that the person where I broke even on them today with CPA and COGS against their AOV, that person's going to come back and buy a second time? Well, that's future cash flow. That's money in the bank a week from now, a month from now that you don't have to pay for. The more of that money that you don't have to pay for, that you wake up with in your bank account every single day, the more money you can invest in acquiring more people that are going to give you more money for free later on. It's about this cash flow management and this cycle of second purchase rate and cadence. Also, when people buy from you more than once, that's more opportunities to improve the AOV of each one of those purchases. The fastest way to grow a business is to find the simplest way that you can ensure that somebody that pays you today is also going to pay you again some other time. Acquire those people at the best profit margin you can and acquire the highest volume of them that you can get. That's how you scale a business. It has nothing to do with silly things like ROAS or MER. They don't tell you about cash flow. So one of my favorite ways of actually improving LTV by improving the AOV of purchases and actually also improving the second purchase rate is to offer bundles. Buy more, save more, putting together products that are vertically integrated. The point here is if somebody buys one thing from you, that first purchase is effectively a lead. Making a sale is not the same thing as acquiring a customer. Now, one of the easiest ways of getting somebody to buy something from you more than once is to put more than one thing in their hands when they do buy from you. Making that psychological connection with more product in hand means that person is more likely to spend with you. Also, the more money they give you on that first transaction, the more likely they're going to give you money in the future, because there's a psychological aspect of being committed to where we put our resources. In poker, we call this being pot committed. The same thing happens emotionally with where we spend our money in the real world. So when you're running a bundle, potentially as a rebuttal upsell or a retargeting offer or something that's the second purchase or maybe a buy more, save more on your initial purchase, you're allowing people to choose the right way to introduce themselves to your brand, and you're giving them the opportunity to overcome some objections based on value that otherwise they might not have. One of the things I've done with my women's clothing business is instead of just selling one bra, we give you the opportunity to buy 3 and get 1 free. We didn't tell you that bras exist. You might already know that our product is good for you. If I know the average person buys, say, 2.5 times, and I can get them to pay me the money that 3 sales is worth, and all that costs me is the cost of goods on the 4th product, I'll do that every day and twice on Sunday. And that person is far more likely to buy from me again. That's how this works. It's hacking the psychology of a consumer by instilling trust. And one of the easiest ways that you can ever see this happen is look at literally any infomercial. If you've watched any ever before in your life, you know this phrase. But wait, there's more. I learned this concept from Ginsu Knives and Guthrie Ranker, and one of my old bosses came up with that term. Really, you might not want to buy that one knife for $10. You might not want to buy it for $20. But if you buy 2 complete sets for 3 easy payments, $39.99, I'm going to convert you a lot sooner. Plus, I can pay more to acquire a customer that's going to pay me 3 times as much. Bundling products creates the opportunity for a customer to find the right fit for them. And so often, the error in that customer journey, the barrier to that sale, has nothing to do with price. It has everything to do with value. And the reason people are buying direct to consumer is because the value and quality they get is better than what they would get in a big box retail. That's your thumb on the scale. That's your unfair advantage. If you're not bundling, you're losing money. One of the most common questions I get asked inside the Facebook Ads MBA program and everybody in Disruptor School is, what are the best ads to use? What ads do I use with my women's clothing business that, again, is doing now $1 million a week? And a year ago, we did 200,000 in a month. The right answer is, there is no right answer. Every business is different. You should have a blend. We need videos and images. Drop in carousels and reels. Make sure that you are covering your bases. If you only do video and I don't want to watch video, you'll never reach me. If I only watch videos and every ad you have is a static image, you're never going to reach me. Sometimes carousels can be fantastic because people engage with them and get to check out and kind of shop before clicking. Sometimes showing up in somebody's reels is a great way of getting lean back attention to be lean in attention, which is the easiest type of attention to monetize. The point is, you should do what you do well, but always make sure that you're not heavily invested in doing only one thing well when it comes to the way that you talk to your customers. And remember that sometimes the easiest way to scale your business is just to make sure that you don't ignore the vast majority of people that want to give you money. By the way, if you really enjoy this video and my type of content, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any other content. And if you have any questions or you just want to help me in the algorithm, drop a comment below. And if you look down below in the description, that very first link is an opportunity for you to book a call with me so that we can share some time to help you see more success and less stress. That's what you deserve. If you really enjoyed what you learned here today and want a whole lot more, go to disruptorschool.com and sign up for Disruptor School. You'll get access to designated coaches across a bunch of disciplines that teach you every single thing that we've talked about here. Plus, you get the opportunity to have class with me every single week. So once again, thank you so much for being here. I know you're going to take this and scale your business to the moon with this stuff. And I hope that you share it with your friends. And remember, ask any questions you have below. Check out these other videos. YouTube thinks you might dig it, and don't forget to hit the button. Till next time, I'll